Hey, it's Megan, and I'm here at Bella's studio in Monterey, California, and she's going to give us a tour of her sewing studio. She teaches sewing classes to people of all ages, and she's going to take us around her entire studio and show us everything. Very exciting. So, okay, here's the door. She's on the third floor of a commercial building in downtown Monterey. Oh, and she has some students already here working.
Is this good? Hello.
And this is Bella.
Welcome to Bella's studio. Thank you. Yeah, welcome to Bella's studio, Monterey, California. And now we have a group of friends are making chickens. So chickens at the studio are a rite of passage. So, but anyway, so here's my studio. So I have sewing machines set up. And when people come to my studio, I like them to feel like they've walked into their own studio and that they're free to have access to all the supplies and the notions and everything that they need. So I'm a fully stocked studio, complete with project ideas and sewing machines and instructions.
So the project that they're making here is the chicken.
It's a little chicken. It's a little pin cushion, and I've been making this little chicken for 25 years, and I love this little project because it sounds very silly, but within this one little project are almost all of the skills you need for most sewing projects: following a seam allowance, cutting accurately, creating all the little component parts, assembling, turning it inside out, stuffing, hand sewing, sewing on buttons, all those things, and then you walk out with something finished. So it's very exciting. And in the 25 years that I've been making it with my students of all ages, I've never seen a chicken that hasn't turned out adorable. So this dress just it was a project I did for a fundraiser, and I collaborated with a friend of mine who's a landscape architect, and there's a company called Spoonflower, and they print fabric, and so this is his photography, and so then we made the dress. It was a wearable art, so there's 4 images. This is 1, and then this one here is 2, 3, and then 4. So Spoonflower is fantastic. It's a wonderful, wonderful resource for. You can go on there and spend hours on looking at different fabric. And if you're a graphic type, you can have your own fabric printed. It's really lovely. So over here are the sewing machines. I personally have a Bernina that I do share occasionally, but this is my machine. And then I have an embroidery machine. And then throughout the studio, I've got samples of things that people and kids can come in and kind of point to and make. For a long time, I kind of had them all stuffed in drawers, and anytime I needed to show somebody something, I had to lug it out, and I said, well, why don't I just put it on display? So I still have drawers full of stuff that the kids can kind of make. So, and then the sewing machines, I have 2 up all the time. I can add a 3rd or a 4th if I need to. So I use the Baby Lock Elizabeths, which I think are a really great little sewing machine. So iron, and then threads, and so that people can come over here and pick all their threads, and buttons, and all the miscellaneous supplies that you would need. And then I always encourage people to go and look for resources. So I kind of have a library of books that they can go through, and a big scrap bin of materials to choose from, and then more supplies and that kind of stuff over here. And then I have a little retail, so I do make a few things and sell them, not a whole lot. And then there's my office right here. So yeah, so